Okay, I'm going to be reading my notes from They Thought They Were Free by, I think his name is Milton Meyer. I don't have the book with me at the moment. Um, the book starts out in a fictional town called Cronenberg in 1638. The population is about 6,000. It's a university town. They have a theological faculty. Um, Popular old saying was, "The king makes war and the people die." Also noted that their prayer house was burned after the Black Plague. The Jews were blamed for poisoning the wells. They'd been driven out repeatedly, but always brought back for their banking. And the scene opens with the Hessians celebrating at the Huntsman's Rest, which is a little tavern. The next part of the book moves on to Cronenberg in 1938 on November 9th, and the essay are celebrating at the Huntsman's Rest. And the population's grown to 20,000. In March 1933, they elected the Nazi Party. Nazis had a 2/3 majority in part of the university, um, and some hardcore social democrats held out that was really it. Most of the uneducated people voted Nazi. Cronenberg is considered conservative or backward because it's in Hesse. The Hessians don't really fit with the rest of Germany. On November 7th, the German ambassador in Paris was shot by a Polish Jew, and the Minister of Propaganda, Goebbels, launches an internal anti-Jewish campaign. The people don't really like Goebbels. They call him Joey the Crip. The commander of the SA in Cronenberg came into the Huntsman's Rest and has told the Sturmfuhrer, whose name is Schwenk, that the synagogue is going to be burned tonight. Okay, moving on. The actual first chapter of the book is called 10 Men, and these are the 10 that they follow throughout the entire first section of the book, so it's kind of an important part. The first one is Karl Heinz Schwenk, which I referred to earlier. He's the Sturmfuhrer and a janitor. He was formerly a tailor. He's 54 years old, and he organized the burning of the synagogue, and he stole the oil to burn the synagogue and did recon before that. The second man is Gustav Schwenk. He's Karl's son. He's a soldier. He was formerly unemployed. He was a tailor's apprentice. He's 26 years old. He's a newlywed who was on his honeymoon when the synagogue was burned, and his new wife is not a party member. Schwenk, the younger Schwenk, isn't really a party enthusiast, but he is an anti-Semite. His first job was as a party policeman, and they note in here that he wet his bed until he was 22. He was picked on, and his father was mildly abusive. When he was 15, his family's tailor business went under. The third man is Karl Klingelhofer. He's a cabinet maker and adjutant to the chief of the Cronenberg Fire Department. He's 36 years old. He got a call from his sister that the synagogue was burning. The alarm rang 15 minutes later. He saw right away that it was arson because the fire was burning in multiple places, and he tried to save what he could out of the synagogue. We find out later that he's a little bit anti-Semitic, but the things he saved were important, and he turned them over to the police thinking that they would keep them, and they didn't. The fourth person is Heinrich Damm. He's the party headquarters office manager. He was formerly an unemployed salesman, and he's 28 years old. He's grown up in the country. He's kind of a farmer country guy, and he thought burning the synagogue was stupid. Oh, and my computer's gone to sleep. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop here and play that back to make sure the volume's okay.